What is going on, guys? It's Crazy Murky. I can say that now, he's retired. How's it going? I'm sorry, I've been so slack with vlogging. I'm off to Beachy Head today because it's a nice day, so we're going over there. And as you can tell, I'm on something a bit different today. I haven't bought it, trust me, but I thought I'd experience being an old man. And I've borrowed this bike from Chandler's Bikes again, and it's the R1200GS, and this is the TE edition, so pretty much the spec everyone goes for. So I'm just out for a ride on it. I've got it for a couple of days, and yeah, it's a lovely bike. I was reluctant to get on it at first. I was like, not too sure about this, but I gave it a go, and it's really nice. So just to avoid confusion, this is just the GS, this isn't the adventure model, which has like the big, the tank as they call it. So the differences between this and the adventure, whereas this has got an 18 litre tank, the adventure's got a 30. Engine bars come as standard and additional lights on the adventure, but as you can see, I've got engine bars on this one, so you can put them on the GS. And in terms of the bike in itself, it's got all the BMW gizmos, cruise control, gear shift assist pro, so it's a quick shifter up and down, riding modes, heated grips, electronic suspension, the full Monty of bike. And it's, yeah, really nice. And I thought, oh, this is going to be horrible to ride around on, this is just for motorway miles, but I was completely wrong. This handles lovely, all the weight, because of being the boxer engine, all the weight is down the bottom, so when you're going around corners, just watching that bloke, yeah, when you're going around corners you don't really feel the weight of it, because it's all right down the bottom, so it feels really light on top, and it does handle lovely. But one thing I have noticed is that it requires a different style of riding, because you're on a much taller bike, so you have to take that into account rather than being like sat on top of a really small sports bike. I'm not going to do like a full-on review of it, because you know, I'm just pottering about. I want to enjoy my day, because I've had no time at all to vlog or go out for pleasure rides, purely on the basis like this time of the year is really busy. For those of you that don't know, I go to university, so it's all like assessment hand-in time. I've written loads of words, and I've been to a library and tried to be smart, but I've got another sort of 2 weeks of busy bozzy, and then it's summertime, baby, so I'll be back on the ball. But yeah, huge apologies, I've been really slack. I've been trying to sort of salvage it by posting on Twitter and stuff. This is really smooth for a twin. Once you get it singing, it's so smooth with a quick shifter. Like between first and second it's a bit lumpy, but no, it's really nice. I just feel like such an old man. Like, where's my beard and my polite vest and stuff? But I really wish they got rid of that stigmatism, because if I wanted a bike that wanted to do everything, apart from maybe track riding, everything on the road, like commuting, touring, Sunday ride outs, stuff like that, this would be one of the bikes to go for, because it does everything and it's got a decent amount of power behind it. I mean, when I took the S1000 out, it was great, I loved it, and I probably would have one, but on the motorway it's an effort, as with any naked bike, and that's what only thing that stopped me getting a naked bike, is because I do a fair amount of dual carriageway riding. Hopefully the wind noise is a bit better, because I've got this windshield here. it is nice, this bike. I do like it. They are expensive though. It's BMW price. You can pick one of these up for about 14-15 grand, depending on what you have with it. I mean, this has got the top case on it. For a set of full BMW luggage, yeah, you're talking about an extra sort of £1,000 worth. I'll just set cruise control on now. I'll just sit here for 9 miles. Still revs quite highly for a 1200 though. At 70 mile an hour, you're talking about 4,000 RPM, which I suppose is not too high, but still, I thought it would be a bit lower than that. What are they? What are they? Look at these lot. Oh wow, nice bikes, man. So Miss Rampant Rider is in the car going to Beachy Head along with her mum, because she's visiting for the weekend. So we said, oh, let's go to Beachy Head and have a picnic and all that. I was like, well, obviously I'm going to go on the bike. It's kind of funny because I went out for a ride with Ollie, the crazy mook, yesterday. Obviously he's on his Ducati. We went out for a little ride last night. I didn't film any of it, unfortunately, but it was just kind of funny to go around the corners, and I almost kept up with him. Like on the overtakes, yeah, obviously I fell short a bit, but on the road it just shows that this is just as capable. At least, you know, when you're riding this bike, you're using all of it on the road, rather than getting on a sports bike and using like 9%. Also, I know I spoke about this a few videos ago, but I've actually booked my track day now. So that's going to be happening in June, late June. So of course there'll be a big video on that, as to I want to sort of get my experience. I want to sort of capture my experience of the track day, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's at Brands Hatch Indy, yeah. And I'm really nervous because it's my first ever track day. I don't want to bin my bike, and I'm generally really nervous. It's something I've never done before, but I'm really looking forward to doing it. Yeah, so I'll be getting that all on video and getting that up once I've done it. But I feel like I'm going there with the right frame of mind. I'm sort of just going there to just go and enjoy it, rather than try and be competitive or try and get like a lap time out or something. You know, my pure frame of mind, my approach to this is I'm going to go and enjoy it, and you know, I've spent enough money on booking the track day. I don't need to spend any more if I need to bin my bike. So that's like why I'm going to take it on and hopefully do some more later in the year. Do you know what? This is lovely. Just cruising down the dual carriageway on this. Oh, bug. Oh, bugger. That's rank. You can adjust all your displays, that, so I've got a digital speedo on here as well. Yeah, the speedo's a little small, but I can read it quite clearly. So it's not so bad. In terms of the engine, it doesn't have the smoothness an inline four delivers, but because it's liquid cooled as opposed to the previous ones like Ewan McGregor and Charlie took out, they were all air cooled at that time, and they were very vibrant, very lumpy. Because ever since they brought this liquid cooled one out, it's been a hit. I see so many of them on the road now. Of course, you got the mount, the preparation for the BMW Navigator, which you got the flywheel here, as I call it, which gives you full functionality of the nav on the bike. And yeah, BMW really step up their game, and I find that's where their selling point is the electronic stuff behind the bikes is so well developed that all the other Japanese manufacturers have fallen so far behind with it. Your presence on the road on this bike is definitely changed. You're a lot higher up and you can see above everything rather than being really low. That's how I find it, is because you can see everything, you have a bit more confidence in your riding. And in terms of cornering, you can sort of, because you're that much higher up, you can see around the corner a lot easier. But the thing that lets this bike down is just in the town, is compared to a sports bike or like my bike for example, filtering is such an issue because you've got to have much more spatial awareness. I mean, yeah, you could probably do a lot of filtering, but in terms of tight town riding, I wouldn't feel comfortable on this. I'd have to just sit in the traffic. Look at that view, lovely, isn't it? Do you know, it was probably around this time last year I went to Beachy Head last. I put the camera on this Rampant rider and we did that little Beachy Head music video. That was the last time I went to Beachy Head. It was the first time I ever met Phil Tonic, actually. Oh, keep getting itchy nose. Massive talking point now is Game of Thrones is back on TV. Nice, actually. Game of Thrones is back. My life is gone. I'm loving it, man. It's the best TV show in the world. If you haven't seen Game of Thrones, I suggest you go and check it out. I'm a sort of a big fan of medieval stuff, and I like the sort of politics within medieval stuff, like the wars between different houses and stuff. I'm a bit geeky like that. And also another thing is Star Wars came out on DVD, and the missus actually watched it. Oh, this is a great road. This is a great road. Problem on Sundays like this, you just get Sunday drivers. Because you can see that much higher and further ahead on this bike. I suppose it's like any sort of touring bike. It makes it ideal for a situation like this when you're in a sort of twisty road and you can see that just that bit further. So at the minute I've got it in road mode, so that's like the standard sort of mode. Like if you'd bought a bike, that's the standard. Oh, 1000. Nice, mate. So you got four main riding modes on this actually. You got your rain, road, dynamic, and enduro. So rain is like nice and really soft, and all the traction control and that is all like up full. Throttle response is really soft, so it's nice. I don't tend to use it in the wet, but it's a nice sort of safety net. It's probably the right word. Oh, hang on. And then you've got road, which is your standard mode, and dynamic, which is like a next step up. In fact, I'm going to chuck it in dynamic now. It's a great thing, you can change all this on the go. I'm going to stiffen the suspension up a bit as well. I've made it to Beachy Head. Not too much filming because my camera's really low, so I'm going to have to say farewell. Thanks for watching once again, and I'll post another video as soon as I can. So enjoy yourselves guys, have a good one, and ride in the nice weather whilst it lasts before it snows again. Take it easy guys, cheers.